want to talk a little bit about James for a while. Get to know James a little bit better. That way, whenever you decide to go get tattooed, you know who you're talking to and what kind of person he is. So, you want to describe like the little piece you're working on right now?
I would consider more of a color realism style. We're putting a lot of texture right now, adding like thread work inside of the stars, using opaque grays and radiant white. It's like a really bright white.
Was this freehanded?
Yes, the whole thing. We drew it on with markers. Do you have the before photos by chance? When we drew it on?
No. Why would he need that?
I don't know if we did or not. I can never remember to do that kind of stuff. I just sit down and fucking get it.
It's fine, dude.
Majority of the videos we do live, and a lot of people that are watching on my Facebook can see that right now.
Yeah, you've got some really good work, man.
Thank you.
If you guys ever get a chance to go check it out, I highly suggest it. James has done a ton of tattoos, but like I said, he's in Harker Heights at Alpha Inc. So
we do veteran discount.
Veteran discount, so that always works.
Just don't be an asshole.
One reason why I kind of wanted to do this with James is because of the talent he has, but I think he's got some pretty interesting stories too. So
I like to try to give back too. I've been blessed since I've been back, and after overcoming everything, that's the last thing I can do. Is try to be there for others and give back to the veteran community and support them.
What'd you do while you were in? You were only infantry?
Yeah.
That's the question I meant. I know it sounded stupid the way I worded it, but
yeah.
I think the way to get better for all of this is to honestly, know your limits and work on your mental health in itself. And this is I think this is a pretty good example too of some of the things that can come across with this. We have veterans like James, who's not comfortable with talking about some of these events, and that's fine. But there's also outlets that he's been able to go through to better himself. And honestly, where it all comes down to is the quality of life that you have. And if you're not comfortable talking with your next door neighbor, you have to go find somebody else.
Absolutely.
And then, but we
have those conversations. It's more or less a one-on-one thing.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't
advocate it.
I wouldn't want something to go out into the internet that you don't want to talk about, which is totally fine. I have no qualms with it. But it's all about how you're trying to cope with everything.
Right. That's by doing what we're doing now. And surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals.
And what you're doing right now, it's a artistic release.
Absolutely. Tattoo therapy. It's cheaper than therapy.
I used to weld when I was in high school, and I remember, forming that puddle of molten metal, and then, watching it circle as we run a bead across, and just watching you do what you're doing right now, it feels like it's very similar to that.
Oh yeah, hand and eye control coordination. Yeah.
But it feels like a great way to get lost in a piece.
Oh, absolutely. It's called chaos too. Like you find beauty in chaos.